Higgledy Podcast.
Hey, apparently we've got a new crematorium in our hometown. I found that out today because apparently loads of people are starting work there.
It's a nice little plug-in for them, I suppose.
I mean, I'm not going to call them out because I don't want to dox us both, but
shout out to that crematorium, I guess.
Yeah.
If you want to roast your family members, that's where you go.
I mean, look, I'm totally fine with the concept of cremation, but it freaks me out the idea of keeping someone in an urn. Like, if I'm cremated one day, spread my ashes somewhere. Make brownies out of me. I don't fucking care.
Brownies.
I don't care what you do with my ashes, just don't leave them in like the living room. It's just weird to me personally.
I want someone to take my ashes to a boost juice and make it into a smoothie and drink me.
I'm not sure I would go near a normal boost juice after your incident the other day.
I had a boost juice.
It was because of the alcohol.
No, I had a boost juice that day as well. Oh, the next day, and it was lovely. Highly recommend.
A milky one.
I don't think it had milk. It didn't taste like milk, but also I think, as Alex said, the problem was that he was an idiot and mixed that with alcohol. Lots of alcohol. Well, not that much, but, enough for a lightweight like him to be, topped over by. And burritos, and then loud music that literally vibrated his stomach like it was a washing machine.
Honestly, I forgot about the burritos.
I did forget about the burrito as well.
Yeah.
But for some background knowledge there, we went to go see the band Health in London on the 21st. It was very good, but it was probably less fun for Alex.
Didn't know the band.
Well, yeah, he didn't know the band for one, but I mean, you enjoyed the band.
I love the band. The band was really great.
Really great. But after the third pint of cider, I think Alex was out back in the smoking area, throwing up into his own palms.
Yeah, so my night kind of went like this. I had a burrito for lunch. Immediately after, had a banana buzz smoothie, which has got like milk and yogurt and honey and banana and cinnamon in. So not a great mixture already. I then had a cider at the hotel. I then had a cider at the pub. I then had 3 ciders at the concert. And yeah, I went out to smoking area and vomited all over myself.
And then Tommy rubbed his stomach later on in the night and remembered what had happened.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was on your stomach.
Oh, bro, it went it just went bleh.
Well, you didn't stink of vomit, so that's impressive.
That's true.
Well, I did clean myself up.
You did clean yourself very well.
Yeah.
In the club toilet.
But I mean, I look at it as a blessing in disguise because I wasn't enjoying the supporting acts as much because it's just not my type of music. So I just went out for a smoke and a quick tacti and, came back in fresh for the main act and had a good time. I mean, the fact that I threw up was actually probably really good for me because beforehand I was stood there with 2 ciders, one in each hand, just taking sips, and I had to just stand there as still as possible because I could just feel myself like just getting sicker and sicker, and so I didn't want to move around at all in case it happened. But then after I puked, I was fine. I was headbanging, I was jumping along. It was great. It all worked out for the best.
I really like the part where I was alone in the concert for like half an hour, consciously aware that people were filling in your spaces and that there was a smaller and smaller gap for you, and going like, the other guy's dead. They got into a fight. They decided that this is not for them, and they fucked off. Just
survived.
All of the social anxieties of like, oh, what if my friends hate me and they've decided to abandon me in a concert in London? It's great.
Maybe if it wasn't Health, we would have.
Thanks, buddy.
No, it was just me puking
and Tommy getting drinks.
Well, yeah, getting drinks.
Tom did take a while.
Podcast. Brilliant to sit down and eat dinner too.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're still watching this episode, this season 5/6 premiere, why? But also, thank you, I guess.
I was I didn't think about it until just now, but I assumed that when you went back in, Tom, you went straight back to Pete. But then I just realized, like, when I came out after, like, cleaning myself up and everything, you were still at the bar.
Yeah.
Like, and I was waiting for you for, like, 5 minutes as well.
Yeah, I didn't even know you were behind me the whole time, and then you were just there. And I walked into you.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was because I was just a little way back because I didn't want to get in people's way. But yeah, shit. Like, I was like, oh, Pete must have been exaggerating about the half an hour thing. But thinking about it, no, it probably was about that.
It probably was, yeah.
It's crazy. I apologize sincerely, Pete.
It was the remainder of the first act, which was London Hatred, and I'm gonna have to look up who the second act was. I have it on my phone somewhere. Bear with, won't take me long. I'm not an old man, I swear. And then Maynard Vale, you guys kind of came back towards the tail end of Maynard Vale's set. So yeah, probably about half an hour or so, maybe a little bit more.
Whoops.
Whoops.
That's fine. I just, you know, as I say, you get in your own head and those sorts of things. But then we were all reunited. We got close to the stage again. We found our own slot in the crowd, and yeah, it was a good time.
You were thankfully very easy to find with that cap and camera.
Yeah. Despite being accused of looking like a stalker, apparently I stood out well, so apparently I'd actually be an awful stalker. Really awkward if somehow, like, the 1 in 15 people who watches this podcast is one of the people from the Health concert, but there was someone wearing a very similar outfit to me, but they had like an overcoat that came down to their knees, and I was glad that Alex confirmed that guy looked like more of a stalker than me.
I didn't even catch that guy.
I saw him because he was vaping the whole time, and he was just blowing like his vape into the backs of people's heads and shit. And I was like, why? Just there's a fucking smoking area. Just go out to smoking area.
There was some low-key weird little etiquette going on at the concert as well. Like, one guy put his sweater on like the edge of the stage at one point. Someone else put their drinks on the stage. It's just like, I feel like you shouldn't be putting your shit on the stage, regardless of whether it's an opening act or the main event. It's just like, that's the space for the stuff. Just a little bit weird. Like, there was no barrier.
Literally right on the front as well.
Well, yeah, exactly. And like the way that the venue was set up is there's no barrier between you and the stage. Like, literally, you could be, no one was, but you could be pressed right up against the stage if you wanted to be. But I still felt like it was a bit weird to do that.
Yeah, and also like I had like this probably isn't the weirdest thing. I'm assuming that other people do it at like, you know, mosh pits and stuff, but the dude next to me just took his shirt off, and he was the only dude in the place just with his shirt off.
He was just vibing, dude. He was just vibing.
Yeah, and I didn't want to touch him because he was going to be sweaty, and I was like, oh, please don't get any closer to me.
You would have wanted to touch him if he was clothed?
Well, I would have minded less.
I mean, let's put it this way, Alex. He probably wanted to not touch you because you had vomit on your chest. So.
Well, that's true. Yeah. Well, if anyone just happens to be watching this that also went to the Health concert, if you were outside in the smoking area and you heard some god awful like gargling noise, I apologize. That was just me, you know, chilling out, vibing,
having a good time.
Yeah.
Also, 12 minutes into the podcast, nearly 13 minutes, I'm just going to mention I am ill. I think I mentioned that up at the top. I'm going to try and mute myself whenever I cough and sneeze. If I don't succeed, I'll try and edit it out. But apologies if I fuck up. I'm trying my best. Hanging on for dear life.
That's all you can do, buddy.
Ironically, I'm unhealthy after having seen Health. I stole Tommy's joke. You made that joke, didn't you? Or did someone else make that joke today?
I haven't made that joke today, but I remember we were talking about making a tribute band called Unhealthy.
That's a very British way to call it as well, Unhealthy. I love seeing Elf.
I haven't got time for H's.
Yeah, but if you say that you went and saw Elf last week, then people think you went and saw the Will Ferrell movie, which is not a bad thing for people to think, but then they'd be like, you went saw the Will Ferrell movie in a concert and got like
In
really, really
April.
drunk in April. Yeah.
You know they do like those like Joker and Star Wars special events where they like screen the film, but they also have like a live orchestra to like perform the music. Is that but with Elf? You look like the sort of person that liked this video. If you did, why not just go and check out our full podcast? I shall put the link up somewhere along here. And we're good. So now that I've done that, why don't you go and like, comment, and subscribe? Think about it.